That's not right. I tell you, it's not right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. I was just sneezing like you wouldn't believe, so give me a second just to compose myself. My eyes are probably like blurry. I just kept sneezing and sneezing. I was trying to hold on. I was like, I can battle through this. You ever try to push back through the sneeze? I might sneeze again. I'm going to make it through, though. Don't you worry. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Once I get through the sneezes, they're gone, and it's over. It just takes me a second, and I'm trying to look at my chart, too, and I can barely see what's going on. Crypto ticker, baby. Show me the love. Show me the magic. Show me the love, baby. Wow. How did I do that? All right. All right. All right. And we are back in action. What a day. Monday, huh? What about those Mondays over here? Huh? Shout out to the 243 people on the live. 97 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on a beautiful Monday. I love each and every one of you for jumping on in, and I appreciate you all for being here. Shout out to Sin City Crypto. Really sad that I couldn't make it to the party last night. I hope you guys had a wonderful time, and it was a blast. I had to do my family stuff and be here with the family. I do love my kids, though, and I did have a blast yesterday. It was nice to be home. I went sailing with my family. It was amazing. Shout out to Jesse Namaso in the house. Shout out to GF Burke. Shout out to Fud Expert, D Shuffle, Jonathan Amja, Mystery School, Steffels Gate, Sin Games, BRMC, my peoples, man. Shout out to Mark Dutch and all the Blue Crew too. Lifer Adam, GF Burke, I love you. GF Burke, I saw your DM. We just move so fast, and so many emails come in that my wife filters through. But you're correct, and we should fix all those things. So thank you for helping me out. I appreciate it. Shout out to Jamie Zeno in the house. I think GF Burke was saying that our Trezor link does not work. So if you can, get yourself a Trezor today. I hope the link works. I guess it does not, but we got to fix that, Jamie, if it does or does not. But get yourself a Trezor today. Get yourself a hardware wallet if you can, please. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's jump on into BTC and see what's happening with Bitty Bitcoin. All right. First thing we saw today this morning, and it's False Move Monday. Can you believe we had a false move? I can't believe it. Can you? My goodness. I never would have thought. You know what I mean? The only predictable thing about Monday is that it is not predictable. Pretty simple. And you just, that's why I'm very wary of Mondays, very watchful for Mondays. So we started the morning, right? Bitcoin got a beautiful pump to the upside, all right? Got this little jerked. But to me, it was just kind of an exertion inside of this bigger channel. Last night, we had fallen back. It looked bearish, but we got back inside, and then they shredded all the short stop losses this morning to the upside. We came down. We made this falling wedge on the 15-minute. It broke to the upside, all right? We got this beautiful little pump this morning, and then we made a flag, and we got resistance at the top of the channel. I drew this flag, said I wouldn't touch it. I would watch to see if the flag gets made. I said, if we fill out the flag in the 21 touches, it's a good long. What happened? We didn't fill out the flag, did we? We fell straight to the downside. We made this falling wedge that we'll have to look at on somewhat of a smaller time frame. I can't stand this pattern, though. It's like a turning top with a movement down. And unless you get some strong bullish divergence, which you kind of have a slight bullish divvy there, but it's not, I say no way, actually. Not really. Not really. So sideways price action for Bitcoin. 7-minute could bounce us back to the upside. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. Our 1 hour wants to point to the downside, overbought. You see this? It got its nice pump. It got overbought. And now look, it's turning to the downside. So the 1 hour looking more bearish than bullish. That's an M pattern to me. So hold up 1 second. We got the wedge to break out. We got resistance at the same exact place. I keep saying you got to close a 4 hour or a daily candle just above these two levels here. That level there at 29,660. You got to, and then you can't get to this level till you break this level. You can't get to that level till you break that level, right? Sorry, my watch is loose here. Hold on, I'm sweating like a, you name it. Oof, had to bring in the fans, man. I was gonna sweat all over you guys. It was gonna get sweaty in here. So look, 1 hour pointing to the downside, getting to that oversold region. Stochastics RSI coming down too as well. We want to see that come down without leaving this point of control and kind of staying inside of the zone. So you want to see if the 15-minute and the 7 can bounce us back. That is a very risky scalp trade to basically hit a long on the 15 or the 7 from this bounce. We did get a wick there, which tells us we did get a bit of a bounce to the upside with some buy pressure, but we want to see the candle close. It closes in 38 minutes, so we have some time till this 1 hour candle does decide to find its way. All right, so you're watching the falling wedge on the 15 and the 7 yet again, like we were this morning. Same scenario at the end of the day. 1 hour back below the 200 SMA. You want to stay above that. You want to stay above the 200 SMA. The only good thing about all of this is the tight moving averages. It's just like tight Bollinger Bands. It tells you that there is going to be a move coming. Whether up or down, we will have to find out. All right? And look at me sweating. This is tough work. This ain't easy work. This is hard work, man. It may not be manual labor, but it's mental labor, Can fake move money take us to 30K level before a dump? You never know. Highly unlikely, but you never know. All right? Oh, the thing about sweat, though? It cools off the skin, and then when the fan hits it, it feels oh so nice. God created so many things for us. Even our sweat is a blessing. And don't be grossed out, but sweat is a blessing, man. It also gets rid of toxins. I just worked out so hard this morning. It's just insane. I want to ask seriously, I'm asking a serious question. Who here has done the level 6 workout that I talk about? Let's take a look. Who has done the level 6 workout? Right? It should just come up right here. All right? And I'm going to have to mute it immediately. Yeah. Who here has done this level 6 workout here? This workout, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to post it to you guys. My goodness. If you can do this workout, I do it, and when I am done, even the dude that does it when he is done is lying on the floor. Like, he's out. If you can do this workout, it's 27 minutes. You're supposed to take a few minute breaks in the middle here and there. Today, I didn't take any of the breaks. I just had to power through. I didn't have the time to take the breaks. Who here has done this workout? I know, someone pad the lifer with a cold towel. A hand should come in right now and dab me, Anyway, so Bitcoin's pretty spot on. We're still stuck inside this channel. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Fake out, break back up inside. Came back down. If we hold this level, we're likely to bounce back up inside. But, as predicted, the longer this happens, the longer the suspense is for a move of the base of this triangle to the upside or to the downside. Babe, could you pad me with a cold towel? I'm sweating. Babe. What are you printing, my love? Hello? I love you so much. So look, up, down, up, down. It's getting tighter and tighter in the wedge. Look how tight price action is getting right here. So bearish signs, ascending, symmetrical triangles mainly break to the downside. That's a bearish sign right off the bat. This is a symmetrical triangle. Right off the bat, they mainly break to the downside. So that's one thing, okay? Second bearish sign is you continuously make lower lows and you can't, lower highs, and you can't break above resistance here. Bearish, right? Third bearish sign. No. Just pat my head with a cool towel. So with an ice cube? Oh my God, that's just not.
You said you wanted it to be cold.
No, you don't touch. No, babe, you don't. Cold. No. You don't. Babe, it's unprofessional, babe. It's unprofessional. Like, it's supposed to come in with the nice dab towel. Like, it looks like an assistant dabbing me up. She ice cubes me. She ice cubes my forehead. I'm a mess right now. Now the ice cube looks just like sweat. There's no difference. Oh my gosh. Anyway, 29,300 we also showed you yesterday was a weekly support zone. So Bear City is that we're back below the 200 SMA. Symmetrical triangles like to break to the downside. They're 50-50 patterns. So you have to take it as anything can happen. And you're back below the 200 SMA and you're continuously making lower highs. All right. And the 4 hours getting to the overbought region. All right. Those are all bearish signs. All right. Bullish signs. The 1 hour is retracing and you didn't get much of a dump yet so far. If that can finish off the retracement and you can stay inside the pattern, the 1 hour is close to getting back above the 100, the 200 SMA. If it does that, that can kind of hold us off a little bit for some bullishness. And we're above the point of control here, which is a bullish sign as well. And it is a symmetrical triangle, which does have a 50% either way. So it's not like we're in a descending triangle or 100%, one of those, patterns that's mainly bearish, like a bear flag. And we hit the bottom of the channel and we have still yet to hit this top line. We have been going from the low to the highs of these ranges. It would be very likely we could. And there's a gap here in the VRVP. My golly gee, oh my. See this big gap? There's a nice gap here, and we're sitting about to enter it. And we wicked here, which we tested the volume area lows. So the next couple days, this is it. I mean, if Bitcoin can't break this area here and then come out and take out 30,300, we're going to see some boop, boop, and then we could see some more downside. All right, we take out this low, that will change the story. Morning glory, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it is in a falling wedge with a break, a fake out here. At the end of the day, we could just say it's been in a falling wedge the whole time. You see? Up, down, up, come back down, come back. Hasn't hit the top up yet. So I'm waiting to see as we get closer into the zone. Last Monday night, I made a great trade. I waited till like the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock on Monday. So again, where do I see us later on tonight? Because we will do a monthly candle close tonight. Probably quick. They're half an hour to 40 minutes long. I don't try to go too long. It'll be at 8 p.m. tonight. Monthly candle close. Get ready. Get excited. We're going to blast off for a Monday night live stream. So double whammy with the lifer. I can't wait to do that. Shout out to all the beautiful souls in the live. Thank you for being here. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. That was greatly appreciated. 434 people on the live, 162 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate your love, support. Let's do it, baby. You people are the people that put me on the map. You people are the people that got the lifer where we are today. So I'm looking for sideways price action. If we break this zone, if we end up seeing a nasty red candle here, I'm gonna explain exactly how to handle this price action. Another candle gets down in here, you're switching to the 1 and to the 5, and you're looking for bear flags. And if you make another flag, you're taking a short, and then you're going to keep a short open with a stop above the zone, you know, until it's time to take profits at the bottom of the channel here. Maybe even take a partial right here because there's a lot of liquidity right there. All right. So if we lose this zone in a red candle in the 1 hour and you can't see what's happening, flip over to the 5 and the 1. Look for a bearish flag sideways. I would add to the flag if it looks like a continuation pattern. Stop loss outside of the pattern up in here somewhere, and then continue that move to the downside. All right? Otherwise, we're waiting for this to get channeled and break out, come down and possibly retest. You know what I mean? I'd like to get the retest of 29.3 up to 30,300. I'd love to trade this gap here. Just this piece of this gap and into this liquidity zone. I don't want to be I could be aggressive and enter right now on a Monday for a long, but it's just, I mean, and there's a high risk, high reward there. This could be a very aggressive long right now with a stop loss below this swing low. Okay? That could definitely be you know, and ride it to this upside here, or even to this side for a partial. But that's the high risk trade. So the high risk trade is to long with the stop loss here, you know, or to wait for this to break into a flag and then short to the downside. All right? Or wait for this to break out a little bit and at least retest this zone or retest this area for a long to the upside. Either way, we're going to get something brewing soon in this area. So those are, I would write all those down. I would clip that section out. That's exactly how I would be trading Bitcoin for the next, I don't know, 6 to 10 hours. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken as financial advice. Now, to everyone else that has bigger plans and bigger ideas, if we don't break this zone to the downside, we're not going lower for beautiful shorts. If we don't break this zone to the upside, we're not going higher for beautiful longs. So this is why this time frame, this globe, this space, this range from about 29,650 all the way down to about 29,100 is a crucial area of importance for BTC. So that's beautiful news. I like that. If I was new to the market and I was watching this channel, I'd be like, okay, I got an idea of what's going on with BTC, right? Let's go on into the total market cap for Bitcoin and all the altcoins, right? And honestly, this doesn't have as much as a fake out as the other ones, making more of an ascending triangle than a symmetrical in a way, right? Almost more of a bull flag that broke out and broke back inside. Measured move like so, take you to that next resistance point. You do have the gap in the VRVP here too, which could give you a move to the upside. Right, up to the zone. Nice little gap in the VRVP. So, total market cap, looking for a bit of a move here. I like what I'm seeing. Let's take a look at our 4-hour time frame. It's an indecision, and I'll tell you why I'm saying that. I'm just going over through my Rolodex of information in my life. Number one, it's got a bearish cross in the middle. Now, I've seen these whip back up, and I've seen these continue on down. So, you know, you get a little less confirmation from a stoke when it's in the middle. All right? So, right off the bat, it tells me, this might have to lean on a support and resistance, you know, and that support and resistance is so key. You'll leave it, you'll learn it, grab all these new indicators, find all these new things, forget it. You know, for me, kind of my progression, get deep into other stuff, come back to it, some other stuff, come back, and then after years, realize that support and resistance was like the main key idea, and everything else was surrounding it. Can you look at tone in the higher time frames? Thank you. Shout out to Gabriel M. Leone with the $2 super chat. Gabriel, we love you. May God bless you for giving to the channel, especially in these bear market. Bear market super chats are like times 1,000. Where is the new listing for Caspa going, my man? But new listing for Caspa coming out, that's going to be a big deal. Divergence, what's up? Hope you're having a good day this month, man. LA is Divergence, what's up? Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. Shout out to LA is Divergent, my man. BTG Bitcoin Gold getting some crazy volume. God bless you, Sam. Even we win or we lose. Either we win or we lose. We learn. We all got this together.
We have an internship position open. If you could just read this to the
Sure.
crowd, please.
Something just in from the press here, from the community and from basically the company here, the boss. I'm on the lookout for a passionate social media intern to join us and be an integral part of our community and lifer journey. If you're a creative mind who's genuinely enthusiastic about my content and crypto, this could be an incredible opportunity for you to gain real-world experience and work closely with me and my team, gaining valuable experience in a new media company setting. You'll be encouraged to think out of the box, have your own ideas, creating engaging scripts, and interact with our fantastic community, leveraging the content we produce and combining it in ways I can't imagine. If you have what it takes and know how to make all the main social media platforms work for us, then hit up Zeno on Lifer Discord or email cryptolifers@gmail.com if you want to be part of the team today. It is an internship position, but eventually, obviously, if things work out and we start rocking and rolling together, there will be an availability for more. We're just looking for passion. We need the passion first, and the money comes later. We're looking for that passion. Email Crypto Lifers if you want to take it seriously. You will be vetted by my team. They're going to give you a serious interview. Do not play games and show up with just some type of, brainstorm idea. We want to see that you want it, and we're going to be vetting you. And I would like to just see if we can find someone new. All right. Email cryptolifers@gmail. You'd work closely with me. I'd, help you in other ways too. I see if you hang out with me, you'll have a good time. Period. So, 4-hour time frame looking bearish for a move to the downside. Period. All right. You can see it's got a bearish cross right now, and honestly, it's got an Adam and Eve vibe right here. There's an Adam, there's kind of an Eve right there for a break further to the downside. So, interesting enough, yeah, we can make this tighter and almost say, hey, very strange pattern too, though. All right, crypto market cap, 4-hour time frame does not look amazing. 12-hour, 22, yeah, they're all rolling over a little bit here. Not the best sign. Even the 1 hour. I mean, you got this. It's attempting to make kind of it was like a shoulder ahead and kind of a right shoulder, but no, and that's your dump happening right as we speak. Bitcoin must be dumping. All right. Yep, there you go. There's your dump city for BTC. All right. And so again, like we said, we go to the 1 and we're going to be looking. I mean, here you do see a divergence now, a pretty strong one. Now we'll flip the book map and look for liquidations, but it's a Monday. Monday liquidations every single Monday. It's just insane, right? The same thing happens. And around the same time, we're talking 10:20, 10:40. London closes. Things get crazy, right? The weekly on Matic looks like a bigger bear. Oh, new position open. Let's go. We love our life or family. Have you really looked, but do you use Linktree? Yes, we have Linktree. Yes, I have a Linktree. You can hit the Linktree in the description of the videos right here, I believe. Let me see. I believe there's a Linktree right here. There should be, but here you can hit Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and the merchandise. But below all the videos, I believe there's also a Linktree. I'm pretty sure there's a Linktree. Show me the Linktree. It's there though, right? Huh, I don't see it, but I'm pretty sure it is. Hold on. All social media accounts, Linktree. Yeah. This got it all, right? Anyway. Anyone else miss the short squeezes we were getting to the stream for 3 or 4 months? I mean, those were awesome. Every single day, right? For years. Blessings on blessings. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see where the actual liquidity is going and flowing for BTC. All right. Man, they've been steady, remember, at that 28.5 liquidity zone. Let's see. And honestly, they've taken it away. That guy was parked at 28. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's still there. 28,500, 832 Bitcoin. So this person is still waiting. They just posted at 28.5 saying, hey, we're going to get that big limit order down at 28,500. 29.3, the same level we've been on basically for days on and off. Very similar to 30,300. We've just been battling the zone. We have a little liquidity above us at 29.4 and a little bit more up at 29.5, 29.6, 30,000, but nothing crazy. Seems like the biggest order is at 30K though. That's about 1,000 Bitcoins hanging out right there. And then we have about 800 and another 400, about 1,200 Bitcoin sitting around $28,500. So big, still pretty flat, but we do see a little like we could get a move to 29.4 in the short term for Bitcoin. It's Monday. I always caution my beginner traders to watch out for Mondays. That is a bullish divergence on Monday. On the 1 minute though, not amazing. We're attempting to, stop the bleeding here for BTC and see where the pain ends for Bitcoin, right? Do we break back up inside here? Is this just a long squeeze before a further move, right? Now we have a local resistance at 29,358. You see, you lost that level now. Now you have to get back above that area to remain bullish. If you can't get back at that level, then you might as well forget it all. That's why, I remain short until the longs can get us back above resistance areas. To me, it's simple. You know what I mean? I'm not opening up huge longs unless we can get back above these zones. All right, 30,300 really is my main area. We get back above 30,300. I'd be way more willing to open up a long, all right? Way more willing to open up a long. 29,300 on the zone now, battling. Shout out to the 494 people on the live, 209 likes. Let's get the going. Let's get the likes up to the watches. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sure. I just, I get this energy that I can't contain, baby. And I'm here every single day, honestly, because I don't fit in at a regular job. And it wouldn't work out for me somewhere else. I had to just do my own thing. I had to make my own job, or it wasn't going to happen. Where else could I wear a different looking suit every single day of my life? You know what I mean? And not get looked at funny, but on my own live stream, right? Never did this ensemble before with the gray and the black. Ties somewhat newer. I bought 2 new ties this weekend. Why? I have 7 ties. I think I have 70 ties. Why I bought 2 new ties? But sometimes they just look nice. They're on sale too. I can't help myself, For me, it's ooh, another cool combination. It's not really about it's about colors to me, talent I look like I'm a producer of a show, and I'm just a talent, and I get to dress the talent. And so I'm like, oh, the talent would look good in these things. You know what I mean? It's just fun, right? And that's why I do it, because it changes it up. I could wear a shirt every day and just pick out a random shirt, but you got to pick out 3 things: a shirt, a vest, a tie, or a vest that, you know, and then you got to think a little bit, and you got to get creative, and it's fun. I find it really fun. And then you get to mix and match and do some different stuff. I wear this flower shirt with this, I wear this with that, and it's just, I don't know. And my man says with just boxers on. Yeah, always looking so fresh, Sammy. No shame in treating yourself to some fun ties, my man. Shout out to Lifer Adam. I love you, man. God bless Lifer and the Lifers. But no, I'll be, honestly, I think this tie might have been, what is this tie? This is Bergamo. You know what I mean? I think I just bought this like sometimes $10, $20, man. TJ Maxx. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 500 beautiful souls. I'm not ashamed. You know what I mean? You're the sharpest TA guy in the game, Sammy. Crypto Bear Baker, man. I wish I could wear a suit every day. See, I used to say that to myself, and I couldn't because I used to work a night shift, put a bike on my back, take my bike to work for 6 years. So, you know, I'd get all like, you know, I wouldn't get oily and dirty. I'd be pretty good about it. But at the same time, like, you know, I was going to get sweaty. Sometimes I bring an extra shirt. I mean, I live such a different life in New York City than here in Massachusetts. Massachusetts, man, the people have it so much easier than in New York City. You get in your car, you drive to work. Their traffic is tough, but it's never the same traffic as New York City. They have some traffic, but it's not the same. They don't know. They think it's the worst traffic in the world because they're not used to the traffic in New York City. Live in New York City for like I did for 20 years and then move to any city in America, and it'll be like breathing a breath of fresh air no matter what. I don't care. And then when people complain, you look at them and be like, but your parks are clean. Nobody's in them. You have all this wilderness to yourself. You know, like Boston, they say Massachusetts has some of the most parks of any state in America. Massachusetts is a beautiful state. I'm telling you right now. It's a hard state to leave. Once you're here, it's hard to leave because you know you got so much that other states just don't have. And you got so much fresh air and beautifulness. Like we got Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod. Then we can drive up to the mountains into Vermont in an hour and a half. In an hour and 20 minutes, I can be in New Hampshire and Vermont. You know, I can go to Maine, and then I can go down to New York City in 4 hours. It's like the biggest city in the world, 4 hours away. The most beautiful mountains in the world, 4 hours away. You can't beat it, really. You can't beat it, man. Franconia Notch, man. I'm going up to New Hampshire next week, so shout out to all my New Hampshire people. I'll be up in New Hampshire. I love going to New Hampshire at the, you know, around August, September every year. I try to go to New Hampshire for a week. That's kind of my new thing. Me and my wife like it. So watching Bitcoin on this falling wedge with the bullish divergence on the 1 minute time frame, can it break through to the upside? Can this divergence play out? Did we call the bottom again on the Monday? We called last Monday's bottom. It's been holding through ever since with the 7 minute bullish divergence. This is 1 minute bullish divergence, but it's a pretty strong divergence, I'll tell you that. And then we got this shoulder. You see this? I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. A shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. That should technically break up the length of the long shoulder. Backtesting whether it should go the whole length of the pole or not. I mean of the wick. Technically, I guess it should. I've had to like play with that idea. Let's see what happens today. I believe it should hit the wicks. I believe bots love to go the length of the wick. But you got yourself an inverted head and shoulder there. GF Burke gifting a membership. We love you, Burke. Thank you. I like the brown guardrails up there. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Is that a bearish megaphone on the 1 hour BTC? Traffic lights in Lagos. If you have no sirens, you will sleep there. Funny. Is there a bearish megaphone on the 1 hour for Bitcoin? Manila is the worst traffic I've seen. I've driven in India and London. Yeah, I heard it's really bad. I've saw videos of it. It's just insanity. Absolute insanity. Shout out, where is everybody from in the live? Let's get a roll call. Last night was insane. As well as my brother, I think the next run will be generational opportunity. Fortunes await those that are patient. Missed it this time. Not going to happen again. No way. Shout out to Sean. The traffic in Vietnam is pure art. Agreed about Manila. Sean knows, man. Scranton, Pennsylvania, Finland. Where's everybody from in this beautiful world? We got Vegas. We got Scranton, Pennsylvania. We got Montreal, Wichita. We got Colorado. We got Coburg, Ontario. We got Centerville, Ohio. We got Germany. We got Idaho. We got Chi-Town, San Diego, Long Island, Montreal, Spring Hill, Florida, Long Island, Chicago, Miami in the 305. We got Bristol, Tennessee. We got Chesnea, wow, Florida, Detroit, Germany, Bavaria, New Orleans, Philippines, Nagasaki, Japan, England, California, Chicago, Alpine, Manchester, Poland, London, Colorado, College Station, Texas, Ireland, Norway, Brooklyn, Louisville, Michigan, Picking, Ontario. Wow. Wisconsin, Nigeria, Brooklyn, Mississippi, Norway, Florida, Philly, Portugal, Vallejo, Hoffman Estates, worldwide, Alberta, Canada, Chicago, Montgomery, Dosman, Burlington, Netherlands, Hong Kong, Scotland, Noda, Croatia, Kathmandu, my man, Sweden, Kathmandu, JT, we love you. Puerto Rico, Moon, Los Angeles, Heffershield, England, wow. Rotterdam, Netherlands, we are everywhere. Paris, Belgium, Iran. Dude, people that love each other, people that want to do the best for others, and people that want to just spread love and talk about God all day long. What a beautiful group of people, man. I love you. Puerto Rico, Central Florida, Sammy, your world famous man, Jonathan Amja, drive through Southern Carolina, moving to Florida. My man, on his way right now to Florida. Like he's on the way right now. His life is changing as we speak on the live stream. That's insane. You're worldwide, Sammy from the 2025, baby. We love you, man. Luxembourg. Big shout out to Master Fred in the leverage class. Was education on the highest level. You won't get this knowledge anywhere else. I am grateful for the opportunity you give us, Sam. Is the man, Jebitron. I'm so happy that you took the class. I'm so happy that you took advantage. Someone that's such a good fan and has always hit me up with love and saying, you're the man. I love you, Jebitron. Crypto Plumber, Atlanta, Arizona, Pandora, Miami, Toronto, South Carolina, Low Country. God is love and love is the strongest frequency. You taught me that, Sammy. Love is the strongest frequency in the world. If we live in love, we cannot be denied. I almost fell through the green screen. But if we live in love, we cannot be denied. All right? So, Bitcoin not looking good today. I'm seeing bearish signs. The 1 hour time frame wants them, dump on us. This kind of has some shoulder, head, and right shoulder vibes that could continue to dump on us too. We do see the divergence, but it's starting to get defied. If we make a lower low, if we take out this low, we're likely to go lower down for the rest of the day. All right. So bearish tones upon us for sure. All right. 29,296. And, as you can see, Bitcoin had a high here, lost the high. Now it's getting rejected by another high. 29,300 becomes resistance for BTC. So I can't tell you where Bitcoin's going to go. I can just show you the probabilities and help you identify where we're likely to stop the bleeding, where Bitcoin can slightly stop. The one good thing about this is now we have another bullish divergence here. Well, that's a swing down and that's a swing up, and it's kind of like a rounded divergence. Somewhat of a good sign. We could get somewhat of a bounce here to the upside. All right. Trying to see if the 7-minute can display a divergence. Really, not yet. Maybe we have to get a deeper one. We are very overbought here. We did get bought back up on this wick to the upside for BTC. So only time will tell for Bitcoin. I may have to do some work here. Let's take a look here. MEXC, zero spot, maker and taker fees. That's where I do all my business. All right. Then I transfer to a hardware wallet if I really care and love it. So remember, we got into MEXC 268. I'm sitting at 274. This will watch Bitcoin. I got a swing position that I'm looking at here, about 28.83. I'm wondering what I want to do, So I'm about to put a stop loss at break even and just let it chill. All right. But that's 1,000 of my MEX global token. I'm looking at this trade. I've been in it for a minute. I'm going to show you why. All right. But it depends. If Bitcoin loses the sauce and starts to dump, I believe it'll take everything down with it as well, no matter how nice our setups look or what's happening. All right. 7-minute does want revenge here for a move back to the upside. Let's see if this 1-minute bullish divergence can save us for the day. We're going to find out now. If we end up breaking this low, then we know the divergence is whack and it wasn't good enough. If we can kind of trail off here and then begin to break through this high, if Bitcoin can break through this high, use it as resistance, then we know that the divergence was pretty good for the day and it could mark the Monday low. All right. We found that the Monday low likes to come in somewhere between 10:30 and 11 in the morning. It could do it again. So only time will tell, but we will find out. We will find out. All right. So if you're with us right now, you're trying to figure out whether Bitcoin is bottoming or not for the day, whether you want to open up a short or a long, and whether for the week we're going to end up putting in a lower low or not, right? So you're here with me actively figuring out what's going on. So we found a divergence on the 1 minute because you go to a small time frame to track fast moving price action. You saw a nasty dump quick on the 1 hour, 15 minute. You can't really track it. You head over to the 1 minute to look at it. I don't trade the 1 minute because I want to. I trade the 1 minute because it gives me the most information at the time in which I need it. When price action moves fast, you need smaller time frames to track it. It makes perfect sense. It's complete logical, you know? Like it's moving so fast that all you can see is a red candle on the 1 hour. But if you go into smaller time frames, it's actually making like a bear flag, breaking down, another bear flag, you know? And this comes from me studying the 1 second and the 30 second and the 5 second chart for days and hours, right? Transcending that to the 1 minute, transcending that to the 15, transcending that to the 1 hour, to the weekly, to the daily, and then just understanding how all these time frames mesh together and how we can kind of see price action in a bigger scale, okay? So we desperately now need to see, you know, and so now what you're getting is you're going to get a symmetrical triangle. That's usually what's going to happen now here. See this? And now you got a 50-50%, 50-50 pattern, and you're either going to break up or down, right? And that's Bitcoin in a nutshell, is it not, right? So, and then you take the base of your pole, your triangle, and now you got another idea. Like you're either going to break back to if this breaks back up, there's a chance the divergence played us pretty nicely. If this continues down, maybe we look for a stronger divergence. Maybe on the 7 minute, maybe we need to wait for a bigger time frame. Maybe it wasn't enough, right? So now we know we have a symmetrical triangle to watch. But had we not been able to see the 1, we never would have found this pattern. We never would have known what the divergence were. We wouldn't have been able to find the bottom areas. Okay, are you with me? Is everybody with me right now? Did this go over everybody's head or anybody's head? And it's okay. Admitting that you're just like, wait, what are you saying? Right? So everyone understands why we're on the 1 minute time frame, right? We're not degens trying to juice out. You know, sometimes we are. I'm not trying to say we're not. But we're not degens trying to juice out tiny price action here. We're literally watching price action and giving the information that's needed, okay? And these confirmations are going to let us know what's going down. We break up here, the divergence plays out. We break down, the divergence does not play out. Okay? Show up every day to the stream and you're thinking we'll become muscle memory. Remember, yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Seize the Day, you get it. We're on the 1 minute looking for a bottom with a divvy at a key support level. Amen. Amen. So we can keep Bitcoin on the 1 minute on ice here, and we can continue kind of with the show. So the same story here is with the total market cap. Seems to hit a bit of a resistance. If it can't SR flip 115, it's going to come down and maybe even triple bottom test 113. And if it loses that, you're going to test 113 right here. You'll test 113. And if you lose that, you're coming back down to this level here at about 115. Still above $1 trillion, which is cool for me. As long as we stay above $1 trillion, I'm all right. But again, some weird times, some sketchy price action for Bitcoin. All right. You're right. I show up every day in a year and my whole life changed. Crypto Bear Baker, man, we love you, brother. Lifer didn't just help me pay the bills. Lifer changed my life. I am upgraded. So blessed. Sean, I love you, man. Thank you, brother. I hope you're having a wonderful day with you and your family. I hope you've been able to enjoy the weather. I don't know I think you always have good weather, but maybe you have like a rainy season and maybe this is the nicer season. I don't know. I'm going to look it up so I know more. But I hope everything's going well. And you said you were moving the other day. I hope whoever moved, if you did move, I just hope everything's going well. And if we should have a wellness check, man, where we kind of talk about stuff, see how you're doing, and just spend some time just going over Sean's life, man. So I'm very interested, and I'd love to come visit one day, and you show me around. So, and that's going to happen one day, I'm telling you right now. So I will hug you in real life one day. I promise, man. I know it in my heart, because I love to make things happen like that. It's going to happen. Total 2 is the market cap of all of the crypto excluding Bitcoin. All right. And we're kind of teetering at a tight level here, attempting to stay above this point of control and get through this gap. This would be Ethereum and all the altcoins taking a bit of a move to the upside. We do have a higher low. Some consider this, I do, 1, 2, 3, a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder so far. Could we get a break to the upside? We'll be watching closely at this level in these zones. We do not want to break a low lower than this low. That would not be good for the altcoins and Ethereum. As long as we can stay above this high here and make a new higher high above that low, we're going to be in good shape. All right. That low is $493 billion for Total 2. Total 2 is the market cap of all of cryptocurrency, excluding Bitcoin. All right. Total 3 we move on to, which is the total market cap of all the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is just the alts. You know, this is one less than the one we just looked at. Same scenario. We got the shoulder. We got the head. We got a bit of a right shoulder slanted to the downside. We did get a bullish divergence as well. Can we get a further move to the upside is the question. We're starting to make this flag, and the daily is touching the 21-day, and we're getting tight moving averages. So we would like to see the altcoins just SR flip the zone. Previous resistance right there. We got to bounce. Can we come down in this area and bounce off of 3333, which is insane, right? $333 billion. If we break 33 billion and we come and test down the $300 billion, that's just going to be more bearish, and we're going to know. So this line is going to be a big deal. We don't want to break this line at $333 billion. Right now we're sitting at about 349, 350. So mark that level. You know, you can put an alert on it, do whatever you like, but understand that if this total market cap of all the altcoins loses $333 billion and we drop further down, we're headed down to 300 bill and testing the lows again of the market. So it would be nice to see us get a move out of this flag to the upside. The daily is oversold and attempting to push to the upside. It's somewhat of a good sign here for the altcoins. We take a look at Bitcoin dominance, which has been very dominant recently, right? We saw this beautiful level of resistance that we couldn't get above. It had two kind of levels here. Resistance, resistance. We wicked above. We got below it. We SR flipped it. We made a flag. We broke up huge. Bitcoin stole the show. Things were getting heavy. All right. Now we're oversold and we're in a bit of a flag here. Bitcoin was here, dropped. The dominance dropped nice. Gave some love back to the altcoins. And now I've just made this bigger kind of open idea here on the daily time frame. I just threw that up there, so let me kind of rework the pattern. And I guess we could be in somewhat of a falling wedge here that wants to come down and retest. Getting more oversold. It also tells me that Bitcoin could get a move further to the upside. They take a look at our 3-day chart, and it's also resetting nicely. We had a golden cross there, and usually that is the beginning of a bigger move. So you could come down and retest this on the daily, and which is what we're very close to doing. And as long as we don't go below 48.90, I mean, we could see Bitcoin dominance take another big move up. And if Bitcoin dominance makes another big move up, that's probably going to be another big move for Bitcoin, and the altcoins will be left in the wayside. All right. What you want to juxtapose this with is the DXY and US Tether dominance. So we're going to take a look at Tether dominance, and then we're going to take a look at the DXY. These are the thorough assets that we want to kind of take a look at every day to get a look at the whole idea of what's happening in the bigger picture. Like last night, we also looked at the S&P 500. So we're a bit high on Tether dominance, as you can see. We're overbought on the daily time frame. We did break out of this slightly, and we made a right, but some could say like shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. It's got some complex head and shoulder feels. The bigger picture, right, like the 3-day chart, does have room to the upside, but it's not amazing, and it's been getting rejected. But in my mind, it's in a bigger, kind of a symmetrical triangle, right? That could break up or down. We did see a nasty bearish div that has been playing out on the bigger time frame, and ever since then, Tether dominance has been falling, right? It's been slowly making lower highs. So right now, the daily is pointing like it could curve slightly, but for the most part is, overbought. More overbought than oversold, suggesting a move further down. But we're watching this flag here. So whether I'm bearish or bullish, I'll draw the flag. You get it? Some people will think because I draw the flag that I believe it has to go up. And they'll say, oh, he switched his idea, but he drew the flag. If I draw the flag, I'm just saying, well, this is the potential move of the bullish. This is the potential bullish move. Like if I had to trade this bullishly, this is what I would be looking for. A measured move up to 7.5, let's say 7.53, right? If we can get to 7.53, so be it on the daily time frame. Heavy resistance right here too as well. Resistance, resistance, resistance. There's a gap in the VRVP. You're hugging a point of control, right? 4-hour time frame suggests a little more of a push. So we may get maybe one more push up. It would be amazing if you never broke this low, these resistance areas though, and you rolled over with an M pattern to the downside. So we're going to watch tether dominance and see if it breaks 742. So you write these things down. You wrote, Lifer said if we lose 330 on total 3, write it down. Lifer said that we don't want to go below 7, let's just say, or we don't want to break above 742 on tether dominance. Because if you don't write it down, this will go in one ear, it'll sound great, and you'll forget, but then you'll go to work, you'll go out to dinner, things will happen, you'll pick up your kids from, from camp or from wherever they're at, and you'll completely forget some of these concepts. All right? All right. So Coinbase is coming out with a layer 1. Everyone hearing that? That's going to be big. If we get an article on that, Lakochi, and you could DM me the actual article, it would be good. Maybe the team already has it, but I don't know. All right. But I'm looking at your DMs, Lakochi, and if you could get an article about that, it would be awesome. All right. So tether dominance does look like we could get a little bit of a move out of this flag here. It'd be amazing if we can do like an elongated M, something like this, and never break back above. Okay, so we're going to watch the 742 area. That's kind of a key area for me. Let's look at the DXY. The DXY is at a resistance and made the M on the 4-hour already. Really wants to dump on us here. It's a good sign for Bitcoin. Now, they could dump together. I just want to make that clear. Everyone thinks just because they're always inversely correlated, but that's not the case. There's other assets. For instance, if everyone just started selling the dollar off and buying Japanese won and Russian ruble and and the Brazilian peso or something like that, but no one was buying Bitcoin, the dollar would dump and Bitcoin would stay sideways. You see what I mean? So it's the basket of currencies that you're going for. So this is interesting. The DXY has a bearish divergence, and so does Bitcoin. They both have a bearish divergence, and a similar one too, which is very weird, right? Bitcoin's is a little bigger on a bigger time frame. So let's take a look at what Bitcoin did here. It dropped again, but it made a stronger divergence. So look, it dropped again. This was still a divergence, as you can see. This is swinging up on the RSI. And this total idea was swinging down. It tried to wick to it. That's another divergence right there. So you had your first kind of set and then a second one. You got lower, but then you got the springboard price action back to the upside, right? So you fell out of the symmetrical triangle to the downside. They mainly break down. I'll tell you that. Whenever I see these, they mainly break down. They're 50% patterns that mainly break to the downside. So we find that pattern, bang, broke to the downside. Where did it go? It went to the bottom of the channel like we spoke about, right? We had drawn this channel here. Why did that come right there? That's just how things work. Someone else is drawing this channel, okay? The bots are playing off that idea. It makes another bullish divergence. It bounces. It's got to break resistances now. Divergence is only strong as the support and resistance that it can bust through. That's what I keep learning about divergence. So like, you got to get above 29,350 or the divergence does not matter. But you're attempting to find a bottom here today, right? Let's look back here at who is getting liquidated and who isn't. These are definitely liquidation events. It's weird that I don't see them. There should be liquidation right there, in my humble opinion. Huh. Sometimes I toggle it. Very educational this morning. Class is in session. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you for saying that. The people that kick it with me, they want to make money. They want to be serious about what they're doing. They want to treat trading like a business. they're serious about it. It's not just they're not want to play games, watch memes, and joke around. I get it. We come here, and sometimes we do that on a Saturday night, like a couple times a week. And here and there, I add some fun stuff when the market's super flat. But for the most part, we're here to learn. I'm here every day to gain more knowledge from the market. Every single day, I'm going after something, a legacy, a movement, and I know it's going to take every single day. I chip away, I chip away, I chip away, I chip away. I also want to show you what perseverance means through being present every single day with each and every one of you, constantly, never taking a day off. And I am wearing a pair of shorts. All right. GF. So look, now again, I know my system may be boring, but it's consistent. Now we flag out the one. If the one can stay in a flag, get us out of this. Pump up to the 200 SMA possibly. Get through some of these gaps of the VRVP. It entered the low area. This divergence should begin to play out, and we should get a move further to the upside. It is False Move Monday, but these traditions, these facts should play out. We do have a divergence here on the 1 minute that has been found. Did the 7 minute ever give us a divvy? It gave us a slight div right here. Slight, very slight divergence. That's why you got to be keen about kind of looking to where to find divergence. And you got to know how to look for it. All right. Today is an example of how to find divergence on a smaller time frame, and how to use it to your advantage by understanding support or resistance, and never letting support or resistance out of your front line idea, because your front line focus should be for support or resistance. Everything else follows suit. Okay. Roasted Garlic Berry. I've grown to have respect for you and what you do. You've been killing it, man. Shout out to my man, Roasted Garlic Berry. I love you, brother. Sounds money. The money is extra. Here for the vibes and the greater learning. Shout out to my man, Seize the Day, man. We love you. The money will come if you get the understanding. Just came back with wife and son from Croatia Island. No internet for 15 days. Nothing but vibrations of nature. That must have been amazing. You know what? Before this time, I would always go out and I would shut off. And I would make sure to just take some time away. And now that I've started the streak, I never take time away from the internet, right? Like I always have to have at least, even if I took a complete day off, sometimes I'm like, all right, it's Christmas, but I'll still live stream that one moment in time. I'm watching Esky in this ascending triangle, oversold in the 4 hour time frame on the 4 day, right? The daily's also looking like it, but I'm just watching this consolidation. I just have an alert on it and something I'm watching. Hasn't said yes or no yet, just something I'm watching. Some sideways price action. If you wanted to make gains in the trading group, I put out Optimism just the other day to the upside, and Optimism made some nice gains. All right. Put it out here for that flag, number one. There was a gap in the VRVP. You see that? All right. But I have another trade that I believe I put it out either on KuCoin or Binance right here. And so I was looking at it on the 4 hour time frame just last night. And I saw this big gap in the VRVP. You see? And I'm saying, hey, there's a big gap there. However you look at it, right there to there. I mean, huge gap. And I saw this beautiful triangle starting to form. I put this out to the trading group. At one point, it was up 17.77% gains. It's still holding a gain of 10%. And I posted this yesterday, I believe, to the trading group. Optimism to the upside. And what you can always do, if you ever missed a call or something in the group, right? What you can do, right, is you can find the call. I tell everyone, you can, backtest my brain, really. You can go here, type in OP, USDT, search for Optimism, right? And you'll see, right here, and 7:29, 12:29 p.m., right? So 2 days ago, Optimism about to make gains. 4 hour and the daily are oversold. Huge gap in the VRVP. Also, the old pump to the 200 SMA is in play here. As long as it can stay above the POC, there's a high probability of a move higher. And so you look at it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, you could pump up to the 200 SMA. You got tight moving averages, the 50 curving up, the 21 crossed the 50, which is a good sign of a bottom, actually. You're above the point of control, and you have a gap in the VRVP. You're getting low in the stochastics on the daily time frame. All right? Tells me there could be a pretty nice move coming for Optimism. And lo and behold, let's take a look. I mean, the last daily candle erupted I called that before it happened. This could pump up to the 200 SMA. There's a gap in the VRVP. If this hits it and goes all the way to 227, it's not rocket science. This is not rocket science. You can do this too. All right? This is not rocket science. You have to have faith in what you learn. You have to educate yourself, and then you have to take a shot on what you know. Okay? There's no shortcut to this, but you can do it. Trust me, you can do this. If you don't think there wasn't a time in my life where I thought I could not do this and I was ready to put all the chips in and just go back to work, that happened to me so many times, but I kept pushing. All right? And then I realized that my success was my ability to never give up. But at the time, that seems like no, the successful people just have this special thing and they just get it. They just make it. That's what you say when you keep failing. It's not meant for me. They have something I don't. They're meant for a life I'm not meant for. It's not supposed to happen to me. And this negative self-talk and this low frequency behavior begins to eat us alive. I've been there. I've been that person sitting on that park bench talking down to myself, being negative to myself, not helping myself in any way, shape, and form, not building myself up, not building positive vibes, positive energy, and using that energy to create and attract more into my life through abundance, beating myself up, thinking about what I don't have, being upset, ruining beautiful days by being in my emotions. I'm telling you right now, years of my life depressed in a room on a beautiful sunny day when I should be outside enjoying the weather. So much of my life was spent in mental turmoil. I don't want it to happen to you. This show is more than just trading. It's about trying to save people from mental pain and anguish that I went through. Okay? I lived a life I was confused by for a long time. I knew I wanted my own business, but I didn't have the guts to go for it. I was afraid to find out what happened if I went out on my own. I didn't have faith that God would take care of me and my family if I followed my heart. Right? I didn't have faith. My dad used to say, "Ye of little faith." That's what my dad used to say to me. Meaning, come on now. Have some belief that God's behind you. Come on now. Like, don't you think God is there? Like my dad would say, "Ye of little faith," have some faith. Have some faith. But you don't get faith when you're doing the wrong thing. And sometimes in my life too, I was doing the wrong thing. So you're like, well, God doesn't want to favor me. I'm not doing what I need to be doing with my life, And that's why you work out. That's why you come back to family. That's why if you have a family, you're a family man, and you become a professed family man, a public family man. You let everybody know that your family is number one. Everywhere you go, no matter what you do. It's my girls and my wife and me, right? And you profess to the world that you are a family man. Your family is your identity as a man. You're not a man that goes out and roams and comes home and then has a family on the side. No, your family is your identity as a man. That is who you are. That is where you go. That is your obligation every single day. That is what you live for. There's nothing big. There's nothing bigger. There's nothing better. I don't go out and drink with the boys. I don't have boys' night. I really don't. Maybe it's good or bad. Some people say, hey, it could be good. But I spend time with my wife and kids. I love them so much. I cherish every single moment I have with them. Gary Cardone was on the show recently, and he said, by the time they're 18, you spent 90% of the time that you will spend with your kids in your life. If because you've been with them every single day up until they're 18. Basically, they go to school, come home, but then they're going to go to college and not see you every day. Then they're going to only come home maybe on the weekends, and you're going to see them a few times a year. And then they get a job, they might move to a new city. You never know. And next thing you know, you see your kids a few times a year, and then you're 30, 40, 50, and then you pass away. And that's your life as a parent with your kids. I watched my dad's life with me, and then he eventually passed away. He had to give his life, eventually drifted off and left his son alone in this earth. He gave me everything he could and then left me here, It's like our parents do everything they can for us, and then they let us go into the world, So optimism, nice move up to the 200 SMA. I believe that will continue to the upside. How we figure that out? Let's look for flags on the 1 hour, Let's look for some type of, it might flag out this way, might end up flagging out something like this. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, and it may just dump to the downside with Bitcoin. We don't know, but the altcoins look okay. right? Bitcoin dominance somewhat sideways for the moment, all right? Sam feels like the avatar of love, man. True love, you, Sam. Thank you, man. Family is all it's about. I need no others. Amen. Shout out to BG. Shout out to Judge Bibbles. I hunger for good vibes, man. I love you, man. Happened exactly as it was supposed to. This is golden. Amen. Amen. It's scary going on your own. Still is. But yes, Faith. Every day it is, man. You never know what's going to happen. It's me and my employees, me and my team. You know what I mean? And we're only as strong as our last day. Every single day, fighting the YouTube algorithm, fighting the world. Advertisements, key ideas, everything. You know? The lineage of a son, the great evidence that you lived, and how great you are. Always remember that. Amen. 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 Sam, the realest dude in crypto. Shout out to Maxi73, man. I love you. Thank you for saying that. Sam, you are the only person that I watch your videos. Thank you so much. I love you, brother. And I appreciate you for saying that. Thank you for being here. So optimism, we're going to watch that flag. Could be some more gains for optimism. Definitely want to watch out for op. All right. I put a thought on the op and get the drop. All right. All right. Just so you know how to take care of business. All right. If they're watching you, you get a thought, you put it on the op, you get the drop. All right. All right. That's from Takeoff. Anyone know what song that's from? If you can write down what song that's from, I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. Those aren't my bars. Those are Takeoff's bars. I'll put a thought on the op and get the drop, bro. Well, that's a great advert for op. You're funny, man. You know. So, Morpheus still near that golden pocket 706 retracement. It could wick down to the 786. It's already tested the low areas, come up, retested this area. It's got a chunk of liquidity here. So, all right. Bitcoin, 29,300, struggling. Can't get above the resistance at all. You see that? Has somewhat of a shoulder, head, shoulder, attempting to make a complex inverted now. But now, look, now I know the 1 minute's annoying because it'll keep changing on you. And you have to be okay with just keep being able to continuously change your strategy. You know? And that the 1 minute's like a fighter, like a kickboxing match, and the person just keeps like having a different person out. Like they keep changing. Like they don't fight the same way. So like for 10 minutes you're fighting one way, and then next thing you know, they're a southpaw. Now they're a lefty. And then they're righty again. And then you know, and you're like, wait, I thought I had you. Yeah, it's like whoa. You know? So the divergence is there, but we're not able to get above the resistance. Bitcoin just struggling. Look at this right here. Resistance, an M pattern, right? Another basically symmetrical triangle. That's a bear flag to me. Like it's just nasty pattern, you know? We didn't make a lower low though. And the 1 minute is attempting to make a move back to the upside on those stochastics. So far, the divergence has kicked into the low. If anything, if someone was watching the 1 hour right now, freaking out with a red candle, right? You come to my channel and you can like slowly see that price action has started to slow down a little bit. It's actually pretty slow for a Monday. It's flat. And I'll just tell you, man, summer trading is flat. We're going to get through it. And eventually we're going to get back to September and October, and kids are going to be back to school, and it's going to be right back to regular life again, you know? And it's going to be the grind, and then it's going to be dark at night at 4 o'clock, and the summer ends. And you don't get these beautiful days, and you don't see the flowers every 5 seconds, and it doesn't smell great every second you walk outside. And that's why I refuse to be even this bit of worried or depressed during this time. Like, you know? No matter what's happening, YouTube views are a little lower. Things aren't the best. You know what? I stay positive no matter what. I build in my brain what a beautiful life I'm going to live in the future. And I continue to strive for more no matter what. All right. So we're watching Bitcoin sideways here on price action. All right. Shout out to the fan funding. We got Cody Macwin asking about SOFI. We have space. Looks ready to go from After Hours Investing. We love you, brother. I just wanted to send some gratitude your way. I've learned so much watching your channel. Any thoughts on Singularity DAO? The Crypto Wanderer with Singularity DAO. Here's the better question. How many people here has Sam helped pay your bills? +1. DJ, I love you, brother. Bang. Bang. Can you look at tone on the higher time frames? We'll take a look at that. I'm down 200% on my long on Bitcoin. I have a stop loss, but hold Bitcoin to get to 25K. I buy memberships for a few people when that day comes. God bless you, James Schwigen. We love you. Schweigen, man. We love you, James. You've been hitting the stream up. $5 super chat. We appreciate you. Shout out to OMAC. I love you, brother. You know you're my man. The lineage of a son, the great evidence that you lived and how great you are. Always remember that. Amen. SOFI stock and space. Very, very interesting times to be alive. All right, so let's take a look. Let's get it started. Our first super chat is going to be Tone. All right, we've already looked at the Dow Jones. We already looked at the DXY, Bitcoin dominance, US Tether dominance, the dollar index, total 1, total 2, total 3, and Bitcoin. And now we've also possibly found the Monday bottom here like we did last week with the divergence. This time it was on the 1. Last week was on the 7. It depends. You search for it, you find it. But it looks like we may have found that divergence. Okay, there's a chance we could flag out here now. There's a bit of a W. That's a W. I can't stand that. I don't know what happens, what I do. I'm looking wrong or up or down. There's a W there now inside of the 1 minute time frame. All right. Again, if you're not, again, the bigger stuff is bigger. Like I'm still stuck on like the weekly, staying above the 200 SMA. I don't want people to think that I don't look at macro stuff, because if you came to my live stream right now, you'd be like, this guy just looks at the 1 minute, all 5 seconds. I just got like, I heard a criticism in my head, I guess. I shouldn't hear it, but I heard one. And because one minute I was watching someone I really like, and he was like, don't watch YouTubers who trade the 1 minute time frame. Like, they have no idea what they're talking about. And he's correct. Like, you got to be able to see the bigger time frames. You got to be able to zoom out. That's what he's saying. Look, there's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Look, that should break to the downside. Isn't that funny? 68% of the time, this should dump on you. Maybe it doesn't, but it should, you know. All right, let's take a look at our first super chat. Tone on the bigger time frames. Wow, I haven't looked at tone in a long time. T-Food. Actually used to hold this long term till the API went down on 3 commas, which I don't even like to talk about, but so whack. So whack. All right, so let's take a look here on the 3-day chart for tone. It's the lowest it's ever been, number 1. It's finally come back to its previous low of May of 2022, all right, when the rally really fully ended. We had some spike up. It tried to live again, but it came back down, all right? It's now 88008, so it's 0.8 of a penny. 2 more tenths and it hits a penny. 3-day chart, somewhat oversold. It's got no volume, really. It's pretty choppy here on KuCoin, all right? 4-hour time frame, and I mean, this thing just looks, either you believe in this and you want to buy long term, or this is just horrible. If I'm swing trading this, I'm not touching it till it gets back above like 1 and 1.4. You know, unless I saw a little flag, I'd like boom and touch this, and then I know it has some, and maybe I find a flag, maybe it breaks out and then does a Fibonacci retracement. You know, but the thing is, I don't like picking gum up off the street. So like, what I mean by that is, unless I love a project, have believed in it, know the founders, have been educated about how it began, and I like everything about it, and it's like, I'm all about it. Unless that is the case, okay, I am just not buying things at their absolute bottoms. All right. It's got to show me more love than this. Bitcoin at 29,300, just absolutely flat. I mean, that's the level it just wants to stick to for days now, right? It seems like we need Fed meetings just to get anyone roused, right? Now that the Fed meetings are over, it's just, everyone's just like, oh, Bitcoin 29.3, you know. Has a little bit of divergence here on the daily time frame, right? As you're coming up slightly and coming down there, it tells you could break up. You know, if you round out here, you could get yourself an Adam and Eve double bottom, and you'll break up to the 200 SMA. And I'm not saying some of the usual things won't occur here if you're trying to trade it, swing trade it, but that's got to get above this resistance, right? This support became resistance, right? 1-1, resistance, lost it. You got to reclaim that area. That's 1014 or 01380, we'll call it. You got to reclaim 01380 to remain bullish for tone. All right. That's T-Food. It's used to like track, right? I believe it's like a track. It's like kind of like a V chain. It wants to track, you know, manufacturing, right? In the food industry, I believe, tea food. But I mean, again, let's take a look at space. Space looks ready to go. All right, so space, and is this Space ID or Space Microvision? Microvision chain on. Interesting. I like what you're seeing here. Look at that thing. That thing could rally, right? I'm with you on this. I'd watch it. Brand new coin, high risk, high reward. Doesn't have a lot of information. Pushing up on the 4-hour time frame, getting super tight. I mean, this is just super high risk, but this thing, and again, it's really just playing the pattern. You almost have not enough information to get an oscillator on it, right? To get an indication on it. 1 hour's a little high. I'd set the alerts on the 1 hour to come on down, right? But you're right. I mean, that is getting tighter and tighter. And something's going to brew with this. Either it's going to break up or down pretty soon. It's got some room for the 1 hour to reset back to the bottom of the pattern, which is a good sign. That's what you want. It stays above, you want to get above this high volume node and you can fly. I put an alert on this. Thank you for giving us this, my man. If this is the only thing we trade today and we all make gains, 73% gains possibly coming out of this. I like what I'm seeing. Shout out to After Hours Investing. I love you, brother. You're the man. So 4 hour looks good. It's the biggest time frame we can use for it. After that, you don't get enough readings, so you don't want to use a bigger time frame. Everyone, you might have just heard about space, and then what happens is what's happened here on this channel before is we look about space right now, right? Someone researches it. They find out it's an amazing project. They end up putting some money in it, and then they 50x space or 20x space, right? And they found it on this channel just by we were swing trading it. Like sometimes we give people long-term holds that we don't even long-term hold, but they find the coin on this channel. You see, we find so many coins, and we talk about so many coins that your ability to probably fall into something that's going to be life-changing and over time, I think has a high probability, because that's all we do here on this channel every single day, constantly. And it's a blessing. I love everyone that comes here. I appreciate all the contributions to the channel. Without each and every one of you showing up, we never would have this type of channel that we have here today. So your consistency is beautiful. After Hours Investing, all you awesome people that show up, I really appreciate it. This is very bullish. Nice find. Nice find. I'm willing to just put like $500 and take a shot at this thing. Either lose 50 to $100 or make some gains. You know what I mean? It's the worst that can happen on a Monday. Take a shot on a low liquidity MXC gem, baby. And again, on Mex Global, sign up to Mex Global today. It's the place to be. All right. You won't be able to find coins like this anywhere else but on MEXC. All right. So if you want to jump on into MEXC, really good time to do it. My link is dope. All right. Zero trader, maker and taker fees. Zero. So imagine not paying any fees for spot trading. I mean, and that's like if you're dollar cost average. Some people don't know what that is. DCAing is dollar cost averaging into a project. You research a project, you find it at a half a penny, you see that the market cap's pretty low, you compare it to another project with a bigger market cap, you see that if it gets healthy to that market cap, it can start to consume some more market share, then you realize it could probably begin to really grow from there. So you deduce that if it can get to like a penny, it could probably get to 3 pennies, so you don't want to pay more than a penny. And it's half a penny, and this is what I do. I load up. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken as financial advice. Nothing on this channel at all, right? You should have your own financial advisor. Get yourself, do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. But I'm just explaining to you what I do, right? It's just like me in real life. And so I research. I then look at the market cap, compare it to another coin in a similar industry. I try to get the smaller coin, and compared to the more known one, like GRT is huge, I try to find something smaller than that in the AI world, comparatively, right? That's a good comparison. And then we go from there, all right? So join the trading group. I greatly appreciate it. You would know about SpaceX. Right now, you may not be able to hit the live stream, but I posted this in the trading group right now. If this pumps up and we're up huge tomorrow, are going to say, hey, yesterday, remember when we went over that? You know, and it happens all the time. So it is what it is, right? Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Thank you so much for the super chats. SOFI stock. And you also wrote another one in there that we'll take a look at. SOFI stock in space looking nice, though. Let's take a look at the live chat. And you have, oh yeah, SDAO. My man asked about SDAO. I like SDAO. I hold SDAO personally because, you know, I figured if I believe AGIX could do numbers, then I might as well have a little bag of SDAO on the side, personally, right? So I saw it in this little flag. It almost hit my target, as you can see. You know, it went up. My target was, what, 59 and went to 56. That ain't bad, 21% gains, and then lost it and came back to the downside. Haven't looked at it SDAO in a long time since we made that call, so let's take a look at SDAO here on the daily or the 3-day chart. Very small asset, right? It's the DAO governance token with Singularity, right? So it'll have something to do with Singularity's ecosystem. As the AI network begins to grow, SDAO will grow, in my humble opinion, and it's got such a tiny market cap that this is like a silent play on the AI world. If this can't 50x, then the AI world didn't do its thing. Like then we didn't get the proper pump out of AI at all. If AI does somewhat of the narrative of DeFi, if it does like 50 to 60% of the narrative of DeFi did, and 50% of the narrative that we got, last year with the metaverse, I mean, I can only imagine what SDAO could do. So it's the lowest that it's ever been. It's a great place for accumulation, in my humble opinion. This is something that I would buy at the very bottom because I believe in what it's attached to and what it's doing. All right. So different how when I look at a chart that I believe in and then I look at a chart that I don't, how different they make me feel when I see these low prices. Right. So honestly, for me, I'm just looking for this to bowl out. My big positions and long-term ideas, I don't stress. I just want to continue to, 1, 2, 3. I'd like to see it come down and hit the bottom of the bowl one more time. And then just continue to accumulate up the bowl. I guess you want to swing trade it right now. I don't know exactly what your plans are. Again, me and you don't. That's why you can never give someone financial advice, honestly. Even financial advisors they do the best they can for you. But at the end of the day, like, if you can handle your life, like for me, I know I can do it the best for myself. I can put in more effort than them and I can do it better. But again, not everyone wants to do that and not everyone has skills to do that. And not everyone has the time or want, right? So, but I believe money is something we all have to, it's like drinking water. Like we all have to watch what we eat. We can't just be like, you know what? I don't want to research food. I just eat what people show me to eat. My life is so busy. Food can't be something serious that I take seriously. People talk about that like finance. Like, I'm a school teacher, finance has always been something that's just been really hard for me. So I just I hand that off. It's just weird to me. When I grew up, I said finance is something that I have to take control of if I want to become an amazing person in life. It has to be something that I figure out and take more of control of. You can't pass on finance. You know what I mean? I just find it insane that people do that. It's pretty nuts, right? Let's take a look at SOFI stock, and then we're going to continue to move on to the news at, you know what time it is, baby? It's time for the news. Wow, so SOFI stock got a nice pump to the upside. I actually had a little flag on this with a breakout. So someone must have asked me about it. I drew this little flag like it was retesting, and that thing actually did moon up. Almost to my target, almost there. It isn't there yet, but getting there. This thing looks like it definitely bottomed and starting its move to the upside. Had a shoulder head and a right shoulder, and then it's breaking out of the inverted head and shoulder. You can see that. Had a falling wedge that broke out. That was a cup with a bit of a handle. That cup and handle broke to the upside as well. I love the cup and handle. When I identify it, it plays out so nicely. Very few people, especially people my age in their 20s. It's honestly hard to find anyone to have a true education talk about finance. I know. Yep. So now you're looking at SOFI stock, and it's actually resetting on the daily, which is a good sign. It's kind of curving there on the daily time frame. 4-hour actually has legs too. See, that's what I just can't stand about the stock market with these gaps, but that says it's going to continue to the upside. You broke out the flag and you're on your way, and now you just got to kind of shrink down. And here you go again, and the same strategy that I use with crypto. Flag out the 15, and you know, if you can kiss back on that 21, you're likely going to get a continuation to the upside. I can't stand these ghost gaps that the stock market creates. It's so weird. But this looks bullish, and my target's actually higher, somewhere at about 13, 14. All right. Okay, super chats are clear. Lakochi Coker, I love you, man. You're the man. May God bless you, Lakochi, with everything that you do. All right. Okay, meme coin mania drives degens to base the Ethereum level 2 chain from Coinbase. Meme coins like Bald, Coin, and Based sparked activity on Coinbase's new Ethereum layer 2 network. If you build it, they will come. A mysterious voice whispered to Kevin Costner in the Field of Dreams. Yet the phrase seems to ring equally true for degens and the search of lucrative gains on Coinbase's layer 2 network base. The network, which Coinbase launched for developers on July 13th, has seen an influx of recent activity related to meme coins. Traders are snapping up obscure tokens like Bald, Coin, and Based on the network using the decentralized exchange LETSWAP. Interesting. LETSWAP has recorded nearly 200 million in trading volume over the past day across 377,000 transactions. DEX screener aside from RocketSwap. Funny, like Leet speak, right? LETSWAP. And it's funny, I didn't even know what LETSWAP was. You know, you heard some people made 40,000% or whatever buying Bald. You Google how to bridge your ETH to base and you move it over. You're going to be so rich, you know it. You're going to turn 100 to 1 million, retire, buy that Lambo, and finally get a girlfriend. It's all so easy. It's so funny, man. I fully expect to lose it all. If you're going to gamble on base, make sure it's money that you can't afford to lose. Interesting. So there's a new degen place. It's the base layer. It's pretty cool. It's a layer 2 network on Ethereum. And you can use LETSWAP. Careful, I'll do this for you guys. Just be really careful. Make sure LETSWAP, another one DEX for Leet degens. LETSWAP is an emerging DEX and DeFi ecosystem built on the latest blockchains. It's so funny. Canto, Polygon, Linea, Selected Network, Polygon EVM. Select a token. PZKey Doge X Leet. Interesting. How do we even find these coins? Like, how did you find, you know, we go to coinmarketcap.com and we would type in base, right? But base tools, I mean, that's not coming up. How are they finding the addresses for these? That's what I want to know. Matic will moon in the bull run, for sure. Too bad you can't bridge back to ETH after gains. I had 20 million coins staked away from B-Rise almost a year ago. Staked. I don't know what he means, but 274 still holding MX token. That's my trade for the week. I just made it clear. So look, I mean, the head and shoulder broke to the downside, exactly like it was supposed to. See, shoulder, head, shoulder. We said that should break down. Isn't that amazing? And we broke down. And what did? We made a new low. And so now what? Well, now we start from scratch again. BTC, USDT on Binance. And this is the pain of trading, right? Now, I've been more bearish than bullish because we can see, you know, you can tell why, right? I've been all over the bullish megaphone that we've lost. We've lost the bullish megaphone. We can't get back inside the bullish megaphone. We keep retesting it, and it's an area of contention. You can see that. Not a good sign. 4 hours getting overbought at resistance, you know, and you're looking more like a bear flag now than anything else. I could easily break to the downside. I mean, look at that. It just is what it is, right? But I haven't seen this before, and that's why I do stuff open-minded and just kind of like flex. And then that would be the bottom of this channel that you're in. And you would flush further down. Hey, Crypto Lover, I just joined the 99 Discord and was curious about scheduling the one-on-one lesson. What all do you cover on your beginner's course? Just take the beginner's course, man. I go through every single thing that I use to figure out how to find Bitcoin at the bottoms. I show you how I bought Bitcoin at the bottoms. I show you how I called the top for Bitcoin at one point in my life. I break down all the indicators that I use, how I use them, when I use them, I show you how they move in conjunction with each other. I talk about the moving averages. I teach you divergences. I give you homework. Like, it's the best place, man. It could be kind of a diamond. I guess I see what you're saying. But the wick doesn't go further down enough. You know what I mean? But you could almost say, well, it was, you know, it was just like a, you know, a half a diamond. I don't know. Like, Bart Simpson vibes, though. Right? And it would still look like someone like a Bart Simpson to the downside. You lose this point of control, you're dropping. So, Bitcoin, you know, struggling on this 4-hour time frame. Nasty dumpage. And really, this is what it comes down to, right? A bear flag. Comes down in, consolidates sideways, it continues down. Continuation pattern. All right, 1 hour still pushing down, it can get pressed. That's a double top. Perfect move to the downside. We found the head and shoulder on the 1 minute. That basically broke this to the downside right there. 1, 2, 3, and we dumped. We were attempting to find a bullish divergence, which 2 played out right here on the 1, but they never got us above resistance. We put in a resistance now at 29,350. We now have a resistance at 29,300. This now is a shoulder, a bit of a head, and a right shoulder that would continue to the downside. You see this? I don't see why we won't. That's a head and shoulder pattern too. And the patterns don't lie. They just continue to follow through. We attempted to make a bear flag. We made a descending triangle. Technically, with a head and shoulder inside. And the divergences did not play out nicely. So, Bear City for BTC. And this is why the smaller time frames can just confirmed a lot for us, right? Had they reversed and broke above this high, right? But no. Now it is Monday. Be careful. So now let's look at our bigger idea here. Let's look, if we lose what, where do we go? And what are we looking at? So we have a key support right here at 28,700. All right, it's only $500 away. We could easily get there not too long from now. We lose that level, we come back to these 2 wicks in this area, which is the bottom of my channel at 28,236. And we lose that, we're talking 27.5. I don't believe we'll break through those today, but you never know, anything could happen. But for today, we're going to watch these 3 levels. All right. Now, anything could happen. We could reverse up and change the game. It could happen. But right now, it's Bear City for Bitcoin. And we're pinned on the bigger, and that's a descending triangle. They break to the downside. You can see, and then that head and shoulder, I mean, it's just crazy. You had a slight divergence here now. Swing down and swing down. Well, that's flat. But you got to get above the resistance or you're just going to continue to fall down. It's been the same story all day. Pretty boring. Price action for Bitcoin. All right. The next course is the last Saturday of August, but recording of class is available 7 days a week. Yeah, I teach class every single month. I used to teach it every single week, but just I want to be here for my family and kids. Once September comes back on, the market starts to change, I'll be back to teaching it more. Look what Jebitron just said. He said, I took the leverage class yesterday. It was mind-blowing. A big shout out to Master Friend. That was education on the highest level. My advice is to everyone is to take the Master Leverage class. You won't get knowledge like this anywhere else. I'm grateful for the opportunity you give to us all. God bless you and your family. Sam is the man. Jebitron, we love you, man. Thank you for saying that. We really appreciate that. It means the world. It means the world. Let's take a look at what's happening in the news today. We'll break down for you what most channels will probably tell you. And we'll give it to you in 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll do it fast. All right. And Bitcoin's just struggling all day and making new lows. Not able to get above the zone. I mean, the bulls have not shown us anything different. Why would we assume something different was going to come? Right? That's how I look at it. So, if the bulls aren't doing anything new, then why would anything new be coming our way? Simple. I'll be right back with the news. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I go over the news on my channel, Crypto Lifer. Together, we make the best show in all of the interwebs. And this is a 3 to 5 minute news segment real quick that breaks down what's happening. USC sues Richard Hart and Hex Pulse Chain on unregistered securities and fraud allegations. Hart raised over $1 billion across 3 different unregistered security offerings, the SEC alleged. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission sued internet marketer Richard Schuler, known online as Richard Hart, and his projects Hex Pulse Chain and PulseX, alleging he raised over $1 billion across 3 different unregistered security offerings beginning in 2019. Hart has also defrauded his investors, the SEC alleged in a lawsuit on Monday, by using investor funds for personal goods. Hart continuously touted these investments as a pathway to grandiose wealth for investors, claiming that Hex, for example, was built to be the highest appreciating asset that has ever existed in the history of man, the lawsuit said. Although Hart claimed these investments were for the vague purpose of supporting free speech, he did not disclose that he used millions of dollars of Pulse Chain investor funds to buy luxury goods for himself. PulseX and Pulse Chain launched earlier this month, but faced rocky starts in the weeks immediately after going live, seeing high fees, liquidity issues, and exploitable bugs. The price of Hex, PLS, and PLSX tokens fell post-launch. Hart made frequent references to federal security laws, the SEC further alleged, citing his YouTube live streams and other public statements. However, the suit said Hart had himself admitted that the success of these endeavors were completely dependent on his efforts. Hart pumped Hex's capacity for investment gain, claiming at Hex.com until at least November 1st that Hex is designed to surpass ETH, which did 10,000x price in 2.5 years. It's working. So far, Hex USD price went up 115x in 129 days, the suit said. On December 2nd, 2019, during a 7-hour live stream on YouTube, hours before the Hex offering commenced, Hart stated that Hex was built to outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. The suit charges that Hart and the projects with fraud and securities registration violations. What do you think will happen? Well, he made $1 billion, right? And the suit will really usually be $100 million. So he'll probably just pay off a fine and get a slap on the wrist. You know, it's kind of sad, and that's the problem too. You know, I don't see a lot of unregistered security offerings are civil; they're not criminal lawsuits. So, if anything, I don't even see much of a big deal coming from that. Bald token plunges 90% as developer pulls liquidity. Bald launched a little over 24 hours ago and has attracted massive hype and millions in capital to the Base blockchain. New launched Bald token on Base blockchain fell as much as 90% after peaking on Monday, as the token's developers removed millions of dollars worth of liquidity. Bald held as much as 32 million in ETH during the European morning hours on Monday. However, the developer apparently moved millions, causing prices to fall to 1 cent from 9 cents. Prices seemed to recover to 4 cents at writing time as a few traders bought the dip. On Sunday, Bald tokens amassed 50 million market capitalization as their popularity picked up among trading circles. It ran up to 85 million capitalization late on Sunday, netting traders like Cheat Corner over 1.4 million from an initial $500 investment. So crazy, right? Trader turned 500 million into $1 million fortune with Bald meme coin on Coinbase's blockchain. The lack of a two-way token bridge, a clunky decentralized exchange DEX experience, and a network being close to public have not deterred crypto traders from finding their way to Coinbase's Layer 2 blockchain in hopes of unearthing a fortune. But how did he get back out? Base, built on crypto exchange Coinbase on OpStack, launched its testnet in January and opened to builders in mid-July. Dude, this is crazy. This guy right here bought 2% under 50 million market cap. This is going to be a make it play. I'm not touching the bags until $100 million market cap. Wow. I mean, what followed was a bull market speed run. In less than 6 hours, Bald tokens amassed 50 million market capitalization as their popularity picked up among the trading circles. It ran up to 85 million. Dude, that's crazy. And people's legitimately ask why we're in this space sometimes. 24 hours, 4 million% gains. I mean, it's insane. Like, Bald market quickly piled on the developer of Bald tokens. Dude, I just imagine turning $400 into $1 million. It's just so funny. Tether reports $85 million net profit for second quarter in the last attestation report. In the latest attestation report, Tether said that it had netted profit on $85 million in the second quarter. Profit is less than the 1.5 billion declared in the first quarter, but still a very profitable company. As you can see, crypto is extremely profitable. People that are involved in crypto tend to make some pretty big gains. Look at Tether doing damage and continuing to grow. And what I like is Tether is building infrastructure and buying mining and putting more money into Bitcoin mining. And actually, I believe their reserves will be the biggest reserves than any bank in the world. They're putting their money in smarter places and longer places with longer longevity. And I believe with far more innovation, the way they're investing is more innovative than the financial legacy system that we see now. So beautiful move for Tether. I like what's going on. And everyone, that is the news. Let's get back to BTC and see what's happening. A bearish retest, a little bit of bullish divergence. The bullish divergence just does not want to play out today. We are continually getting drained to the downside. This technically is a descending triangle with a measured move further down. That should take us down to about 29,181. Can the bulls hold 29K is the question. That's what we want to know, right? So watch your altcoins today. I don't like to overpost on Monday. Monday is a tough day, but once Monday afternoon comes through, I see the dust settle and I go hard. So tonight I'll be back for the monthly candle close. It's the last day of July. Kind of a sad day, as the summer kind of starts to slip away. July, probably one of my favorite months of the year. Probably is my favorite month. I mean, I think August is my favorite month. But I always get this. I never grew up. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, maybe I was damaged as a child. Whatever happened to me, I never truly grew up, right? And there's parts of my brain that react very similar to like a kid. And when August comes and we start to get the end of the summer, I get this sad, like little kid feeling, like something's getting taken from me. Like a little kid that can't get a toy at a store, like, no, like, and I'm just so attached to the summer months. I named my daughter Summer, because I love the summer so much. Something about being, the winter's fun. Winter sports are fun. Going skiing, all that. I get more used to it as I grew up here on the East Coast of the Northeast. But the summer is just such a special time, and the smells of the flowers and the beautifulness. It's just a special time to be alive, So, anyway, I love you all more than you would ever know. I talked about DEFIPERP, and we're gonna break it down again too. Shout out to anyone that came to the weekly screen share. Amazing times. But DEFIPERP on the weekly, we really want to see if this can hold. If this weekly divergence can hold out, we could really start to see some type of movement here for DeFi, and we could start to get a change. And if we can break this resistance at 2,800 there and get a move back to the upside on DEFIPERP, that would change the story. We have a huge gap here, so it's only a matter of time till we begin to build again. It's coming. All right. Shout out to Gina Bombina on a Monday. Gina, do you have Monday off or are you at work? Rug, baby, rug. Timmy, it's looking like he rug. I hope no, though. After hours. Timmy 313. I'll be in there soon. I'm making the money. Debate for education is key. Timmy 313, we love you, man. Master leverage class brought me to another level and opened my eyes. For sure it did. Also, don't use leverage when learning. Limit your trades. Amen. I didn't need the SEC to figure out Richard Hart myself. Funny, right? I never got heavy into any of that stuff, but you never know. I mean, quit paying your income tax. Oh, God is love. Don't say stuff like that on my channel, man. Please. You might be. I gotta stay away from stuff like that. You can check leash token, please. It's nuts that Hex is a great working volume. Is getting volume at the moment. Yeah. Don't know you personally, man, but you seem so genuine. Have a blessed day, brother. Emmanuel, I love you, man. Thank you. Own words. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah, I say that all the time, man. What a crazy thing to do. I could tell. Miami, right? So true. Blessed. Florida might change your mind about summer. I was just thinking that as I said those words. I was like, but you could live in Florida and you wouldn't have to like wait for summer every time. You could just always have summer. But you have to admit too, we also get these like beautiful cool days as the summer transitions to spring, and we get the days when the spring transitions to summer when it's not just blistering hot, where you can just enjoy the weather, you know? So thanks, Sam. Blue Green crew, all lifers are blessed today. Thank you for your time today, as always, everyone. Everyone, thank you for coming on in on this beautiful day. Be with your families. Take some time as Bitcoin slumps around. Take some time. Your kids are probably out of school, you know. And if you're a young kid, remember the halving's coming. And don't get complacent just because Bitcoin is sideways. That's the problem. People leave the market and they miss out on some of the greatest opportunities. There's still opportunities out here, everyone. All right. We just have to kind of look a little harder for them. That's all. We have to look a little deeper. We have to find a little more. It's like we're a landscaping company, and we got to scour a few more neighborhoods. We got to get those clients. We got to grind. You know what I mean? So, and shout out to anyone that took the Litecoin call. Litecoin went up to the upside. It was a beautiful call to the upside. All right. Hey, Sam, how you today? I'm doing great, man. Shout out to Satoshi Love, man. I love you, brother. Satoshi Love, though. That's funny. Shatoshi. No, Bitcoin is Flatoshi. That's what I was saying. It's Flatoshi right now. Everybody, I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. Tell your friends. Hit the share button. Let people know where to find the Crypto Lifer. God bless each and every one of you. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Thank you so much for being here. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Everyone, I love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on in, and I'll catch you later on. Remember, join the trading group. Link right there to get more of what's going on. It pays for itself in knowledge, and a lot of people say it pays for themselves. The second they join, they start making gains within a few weeks to a month. So jump on in today. And also, join MEXC today. That's where we trade. If you don't have a MEXC account, you're sleeping under a rock. I'm telling you right now, MEXC is the place to be. All you got to do is hit this link right here. It's so simple and easy. I can't wait to see you all in the trading group, and I can't wait to see you all tomorrow at the next live stream. Crypto is life, baby. Thank you, each and every one of you. God bless you all. Thank you for your time, and thank you for giving me your most precious asset, which is your time. Gratitude is my strongest feeling, my vibration. I've been in a constant state of gratitude for the last, however many days. Whenever I slip out of it, I remind myself to get right back into it, get on my hands and knees, ask God, and say thank you, thank you, thank you. I prayed this morning, I prayed last night, and I continue to pray. Everyone, thank you for the love. Gratitude is my attitude. And I'll see you tomorrow on another beautiful live stream. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Remember, stay away from negative people. Stay away from negative situations. Keep the frequency high, baby. Help others. Do the right thing. And good things are coming into your life. I'm telling you right now, you can, you will. You are the best. I'll see you tomorrow on another awesome live stream. Thank you so much for these beautiful 2 hours. I don't know how we do it every single day, but we did it again. I'll see you tomorrow. Blessings on blessings.